Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. For those of you that are new, my name is Anna and this is At Home with Anna. So we are in my kitchen. You guys. I had mentioned, I think in my live and possibly in another video, that I'm on a killer cleaning routine. So my house is staying very neat, very organized, and well, it's very neat. And I'm gonna omit the organized because you're gonna see why in a minute, but clean. So I do also want to mention this is easy for me because I'm an empty nester, and so I'm basically just cleaning up after myself. However, your house gets dirty, it gets dusty, it needs attention, and so I'm on a routine of Monday through Friday where I do certain things on certain days, and it's very simple. I don't break a sweat, and my house is staying clean, and I love it. And I started this routine, I really looked into a routine because I really was never on a routine. But when I started my gardens, I knew that I wouldn't be satisfied being out there and creating and enjoying and getting my hands dirty if I knew my housework wasn't done. And so I guess I'm kind of old school in that aspect of homemaking. So anyhow, with that said, we were standing in my kitchen because when we moved into this home, I organized all the cabinets the way sorry about that. I organized all of the cabinets in a way that I thought was going to be useful and was going to remain useful. And that has I have since proven myself wrong. There are a couple of spaces that are working well, but there are a few spaces that are not working at all, and they're very cluttered, and I can't feel good about my home when I know that behind closed doors I am completely disorganized. So I'm going to give you a tour. I'm just going to walk back here and open the doors. I'm going to explain to you. So let me push you back a little bit. This should be good, and I'll get it in focus and explain to you what I have in all the cabinets and why it's not working. Okay, so I have a couple of organizers here. I hope you guys can hear me. I need to get one of those mics, I think. A couple of spice organizers that I had put away. I didn't get rid of them because I wasn't sure that where the spices were going to work for me. So I'm gonna open the doors. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about and what I want to do to fix it. So in this cabinet here, we have all of our barware, stemware, glassware, and this works. It absolutely works for us. And so I don't want to change anything here. So this cabinet is actually very well organized and works really well for us. These two cabinets here on either side of the stove house my oils and some spices, and that works really well. But this cabinet over here also houses most of my spices. Because these cabinets are so narrow, I can't get anything like this in there. I need to come up with a solution for that, and I'm not sure what yet. Over here, I have all of our dishware, and this works well for us as well. Everybody knows that that's where our glasses go, and this is where our dishes go, and that's that. This is the one cabinet out of all the uppers that is not working for me. Up above here, I have, you can't see it, it's a little messy, but, well, let me show you. It's a little messy and can be organized a little bit better, but I use this all the time, my blender. I removed Ernie's bar off of the buffet when I did it because it's going to go upstairs, so I just put everything in here for now. This is my parchment paper, all of my stuff for vacuum sealing. I have a paper bag up there. I like to save paper bags with handles in case the kids come over and I send leftovers home. I like to put them in those bags. and just a couple of odds and ends, but this works for me, so I'm gonna leave that. Up above the the refrigerator here is where all my large vases are and that type of thing. Totally works, gonna leave that. So this is what I'm considering my problem. I have this cabinet here, which houses nothing but stuff I wasn't really sure about when I organized, and I'm kind of cramming stuff in there. This one empty with one glass container in there. I don't know who put that there, but it doesn't go there. Probably the granddaughter. She likes to rearrange my cabinets when she comes over. But this one was completely empty. This is where I put my pots and pans. I really need to get one of those pull-out drawers for this, but I do have something I'm going to try and see if it'll work for me. But this is where this stuff goes. This one here is, again, a mismatch of items that I really wasn't sure. So I've got like storage containers, a Lazy Susan, and some more of, I need to finish lining my cabinets. And then this one over here is all of my mixing bowls, a teapot, a measuring cup, all of that kind of stuff. So these are not working for me at all. This one is probably the worst out of all of them. I have switched over from plastic to glass. So I'm getting rid, little by little, of my plastic storage containers. And I've switched over to the glass containers. And I've just been cramming them in here because I don't have an organizational system. So that's what I want to work on today. I want to work on organizing my kitchen so that it works more efficiently for me. I need to take everything out of these lower cabinets that aren't working for me and, you know, really make them more efficient. And I think that lower cabinet under here would be a better cabinet to house all of my food storage containers. When you have a lot of things that don't have a home, it becomes unorganized. And so when I started making the transition from plastic ware storage containers to glass storage containers, I never made a home for all of the new incoming. And I have a really hard time getting rid of things. So I think today I'm gonna, you know, put in a bag all of the storage containers that I don't want to use anymore with the plastic, and I'll put those in a bag and I'll take those to donation, get those in my car to go to donation, and then I will organize all of my storage stuff over there. And then my coffee bar, which I'm going to name my butler's pantry, because that is eventually what I'm going to, well, that's what it is. It's my pantry, and I have a lot of like all my coffee stuff in one cabinet because, you know, I have my coffee pot in there, so it makes complete sense. This cabinet here is unorganized, but that's where I want to house like all my paper goods. Maybe we'll get to that in today's video, but I'd like to leave this video knowing that I have a very well organized kitchen. So I think I'm going to start with my spice cabinet first because it's the worst, and then we'll move down to the lower cabinets, which are second worst. So let's get started. All these jars that I bought when we were still at the apartment before we moved to Tennessee, and I've neglected to fill them, which would make it seem a whole lot neater if they all looked like this. So I just found 2 boxes of empty ones, and I found the spice labels. was able to find these jars in my butler's pantry, and so I emptied the boxes of the cornstarch, baking powder, and baking soda. Boom! Now the jars don't all match, but that's okay. I think that looks really good. So here we are. I put that box back there that had the extras and those 2 extras, and then I filled the shelf up. So as I collect spices, I can add to it. The shelf is looking good, and the shelf is looking good. Okay, I was able to condense almost all of this into this little jar, so that's nice. We'll use this first. There's very little left, probably 2 mils. If I need chicken stock, 2 mils. But it's chicken bouillon. They didn't have a chicken bouillon sticker, which is weird, so I just put chicken stock. But we'll put that right there. That looks so good. Oh goodness. Now we must contend with the 2 cabinets that are my worst nightmare. I was gonna do the snappy thing, I forgot. So got that done, and I found that plastic container because I figured this would be great to house all the lids, right? So this is the chaos that's my life right now. I got this emptied out except for what I'm keeping in there. And now we're gonna organize all of this in this cabinet. I think I'm gonna save the good, like these good plastic containers, just not like these guys. And the reason behind that is because, like I said, the kids come over and I send them with leftovers. I could care less if I get those back. So I'll save those to send with leftovers. And we'll put those in here with all of my refrigerator storage containers. So let's take care of that. I mean, do I even need this? I may not even use this. I may just go ahead and put the lids on these. Now I made French onion soup the other day, and I couldn't find, this is really what drove me to take care of my cabinets. I made French onion soup, and I knew that I had purchased at a thrift store a couple years ago some small little Pyrex personal size oven safe dishes, and look what I found. I found them. They're taped because during the move I wanted to make sure the lids didn't get broken. But I could have made 2 French onion, separately for myself. This is perfect. This works out perfectly. I even have some empty room here in case I add to my collection, which, I may. I like having a lot of these, especially when I do meal prep. It's nice to have these for my fridge. And, like I said, this is a perfect size for a small lasagna for myself for a week, or for Ernie and I. It's just nice to have these little mini dishes, especially when you're an empty nester. And you're by yourself a lot. It's just nice to have those little mini type things. I forgot that I said I was going to save these for when the kids come and I send them home with leftovers. So I guess I don't have any empty spaces. I'm going to put this stuff in here. And this right here will be, I don't care if it comes back or not. Stuff. For all of my containers that I use in the refrigerator often, you can tell I need to go shopping and do some food prep. And then I have all of these, which I don't use that often. So I'm going to place these in the back. And the reason why is this was the first set that I got, and the lids are not, they're good for temporary storage in the fridge, but not long term. I did the bottom of this one, but I didn't do the top. This is the ice maker. I don't know what to do with it. I suppose I could just put it back in the freezer. I need to Gorilla Glue this. This is one of my, darn, I broke it from the fridge. It's one of the shelves, and I just have it in here. And then this is part of my fridge, which is really nice. I've never used it. Well, maybe I've used it once or twice, but it slides in one of the shelves, and you can like marinate like chicken or something like that and put it in your fridge just like that, and then pull it out and take it to the grill. So this is really nice, but I don't use it that often, and it takes up head space, so I have it in here. So you see, it's more organized, so at least everything has a home, you know. I put the ones that I don't use in the back, but they're neatly stacked, and this is what I use when I do food prep. So now I can just pull that stack out and use it. And as they are emptied, wash them and they have a home. And, you know, all of my other storage containers have a home now too, so yay. Okay, I think for this cabinet here, I'm gonna go ahead and put my tortilla warmers in here. And I'm gonna put my salad spinner in here. And that's all that needs to go in there. Now they have a home. I have all my cutting boards over here, which, you know, is fine, but this isn't where I cut. I'm gonna go ahead and move these over here, because this is where I do all of my food prep. Situation with all of my you know, things that I use in the kitchen. I just put a bunch of stuff that was in here, but I have just emptied out this drawer to the right of the stove, and I thought I should just make these two large utensil holders. So I'm gonna go ahead and paper them and put like items with each other, and this one will continue to remain you know, for this kind of stuff that, what is this stuff called? All of your kitchen tchotchkes. This works out really well. It stays really well organized. So I ended up with my spoon rest in here, which actually should probably go over here because this is where my spoons are, and my trivet. So when I pull things off of the stove, I usually pull that out. My spatulas, spoons, mashers, whisk, tongs, and then this spaghetti spoon and large slotted spoon over here because they didn't fit over here. This is the next cabinet we're going to work on. And it's the biggest nightmare. Yeah, it's pretty bad. What I really need is the drawer that pulls out, and I'll eventually get it. I don't know how to order it. I measure, but I'm scared I'm gonna order the wrong size, so I need to do that. But for now, I do have these here, which I've had for a couple years now. I got them from IKEA. So they screw into the bottom, and they're supposed to hold things, you know, like your pots and pans and stuff like this. And so I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use all 8 because I have pots that need to go in there. So I'm going to get this cleaned out, get it papered and get those installed and see if we can't get this looking much more organized. Okay, so those didn't work. They're too wide, so the pans just fall right through. But I ended up organizing them like this, and we should be able to keep it like that. Yeah, but like I said, we need to get one of those drawers that pulls out. But there we go. Now I got to clean up my mess. Everything is done. That cabinet, it looks so much better. I'm so much more happier with it all. I ended up adding my immersion blender down there. It just makes me so happy, you guys. Because, you know, when this kind of stuff is out of sorts, it just, I don't know. You always have it in the back of your head. I need to get it done. I need to get it done. And it just makes me happy to have a home for everything. Yes. I'm so happy I got that done. Now I need to work in I'm so happy I got the kitchen done. Now I need to work in the butler's pantry. That's what I'm calling it. I'm deeming it the butler's pantry. I looked online and I wanted to know what the definition of butler's pantry is because, you know, obviously back in the day, the butler's pantry were the butlers, you know, made your tea and it's, you know, whatever. Nowadays, it's where people keep their microwaves and their coffee pot and all of those things. And it's typically a room. I don't have a room and I'm okay with that. But I want that pass-through to act as my butler's pantry. So what goes in there is, you know, serving trays and, you know, like large serving trays, which I'm not going to be doing. I have those down below here, and that works out perfectly. And where I have all my large mixing bowls and stuff, that cabinet works beautifully for me. But I have, well, let me show you. So I feel like it could be better. I have my toaster down here and these cups, so wasted space, right? Waffle makers. I could add more in there. And then I have my mixer. My sister left her rotary grinder here. And what is that? Ah, my bread machine. My bread machine. I couldn't find my bread machine. I swear I looked in here like a million times. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, bread machine. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know what I thought I was looking at. Oh, that doesn't go in there. And then in here, I had my pots, but you can see I brought out the old school coffee pot this morning. I forgot to get filters. I'm gonna go to the store right now, so I'm gonna pick those up. But this is where I have like extra napkins that I like to lay out on the counter when we prepare our coffee. So I need to get this organized better. Over here, it's all my extra dish towels and, you know, kitchen linens. I need to organize this maybe a little bit better, I don't know. And then up here, I have, so plastic cups, some dessert plates, cutlery, napkins, my baking stuff, some odds and ends of things I don't even know. Those beautiful canisters and then those paper platters. And then up here, which makes complete sense, I have, you know, coffee related stuff, but I still have like a gigantic glass thing there. I feel like I can move my, you know, these are summer, Easter. Oh, I love these. I need to bring these out. I love making my coffee in these cups. Oh, so pretty. But I need to like move the seasonal stuff up. And then I have this tea container, which, you know, I can put my tea in maybe take it out. But there's my tea. My daughter-in-law that is coming for Christmas loves tea, so I need to make sure to stock up on some tea. So really all I need to do in there is just kind of rearrange. I can't believe I have literally looked in that cabinet for my bread maker for like 15 times. I don't know what I thought I was seeing in the back there. Oh, Ernie's gonna be so happy because I said I want a bread maker for Christmas because there's so many great recipes and I love the breads that you can just throw in a bread maker and turn it on and you've got fresh bread. I love that. I'm sick and tired of buying bread. So I want to start making my own. And yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna get cleaned up. I gotta go to the grocery store. I will come back and we'll straighten this. I'll straighten this out and I'll give you guys and I show you guys what I did, and then that'll be the end of that. So I'm back from the store and I have some stuff to put away here, but my glasses are dark because I just walked in. But so this cabinet here, it's not horrible. I mean, I have all my entertaining stuff here that I'm starting to collect. Like when I say entertaining, I don't mean formal entertaining. I mean, you know, holidays, whatever. So, and then I have these beautiful canisters, which I'll be putting out this season. I have these platters here and some leftover plates, which I'll save for next 4th of July up there. And this is like my baking stuff, and it's a little unorganized. I think I can organize this a little bit better. Doesn't that look better? So I have all spring and Easter, summer and Christmas. These I love. When I do all this down here, I'll be putting those out. I want to find some more blue and white mugs. I always feel so special when I drink my coffee out of one of those. I love it. Just extra coffee kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know if what I'll be using this for. I just have a feeling it's going to come in handy soon, and I just don't know why. And then I have my creamer and then these two little plates. Feels so good to have that done. I took lots of breaks because I needed my mind to like think, you know, but it feels really good to have everything organized and have a home. And I think that's the most important thing, is everything having a home. So when I go to put it away, I know exactly where it goes, and I you know, I don't have an overabundance of things. It gets messy when you're not sure what to do with something. You just shove it behind a closed door. I'll get to it later. And Organization, although I love it, is not my strong suit. It's not something that just comes to me like most people. You know, there's a lot of great people on here on YouTube that organize and do a great job. But I'm a fan of using what I have, and I'm, like I said, it's just not my strong suit. So anyways, I hope that today's video gave you guys a little bit of motivation to tackle a space in your home that was looking like mine. Because I'm telling you, it feels really good. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me and putting up with me today. I hope that it wasn't too crazy. I will try and edit this video so that it looks good, or it's easy to watch, easy on the eye. Check that off my list. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.